It took 6 months of research to get to this point, but I have finally mastered how to sprout olive pits, seeds, the same thing. But basically this right here was one of my failed experiments. I was just checking in on it and I was like, yeah, it's not happening. So I brought out the seeds I got a long time ago from when I made olive oil, and I went ahead and just snipped off the ends of each side. I also tried to crack some open to see if that would work. It doesn't. It just makes a mess and throws the seeds everywhere. I then went ahead and soaked them for about 24 to 48 hours, and then it was time to plant them. After they soaked, I went ahead and just added them into my normal potting mix that I use for all of my plants. I found that even though sandy soil is what's preferred for olive trees, when I worked with them, it just preferred a more well-draining soil and one more closer to the soil I used for my other plants. I also wanted to check in, and I noticed that the pit had finally disintegrated and fallen off the seeds, which was a lot of progress. I also did an update on my current olive plant at the time, and then also the olive seeds, which, surprise, had no updates. Also during this update, I decided to repot the mother plant, which was definitely needed since she was starting to get root bound at the bottom of the pot, but it's still a learning process for me on how to take care of it. But if you want to see the process and how I repotted it, check out my new YouTube video. As for the seed, this is another couple months later. It finally started to sprout. There was one seed that sprouted out of the handful that I put in here, but with that, I let it do its thing for a little bit more time. I wanted to keep it covered and keep it humid because it is a very picky seed. There's also a bunch of other seeds still in there, so I did want to keep the humidity up for those seeds, but I didn't want to keep it completely up to the point it was before. Now that there was a plant in there that could honestly just dampen off, I didn't want to risk that. So what I did is I covered it, but I left a little air hole so that there was a little bit of airflow. But with that, it is off, and I'll be back with some updates soon.